Volusia County is home to some big races. There's a 24-hour one in January. They call one of them the Great American Race. The kickoff for premier sprint car racing every year. A big race they hand out an alligator trophy for. The list goes on, and now gets to include what's in store tonight. Welcome to the world's fastest half mile, Volusia Speedway Park, for the Pete Cosco Memorial. Tonight we take on this half mile in honor of a great friend, father, grandfather, and integral member of the racing community to keep his legacy and passion flowing in the heart of our great sport. We are finally charged up and ready for the start of the 7th season of the BRP iRacing series. We are the Double J Diggies, live with BRPtv. I'm Joe Donahue, joined alongside Jonathan Howe for the 117-lap feature tonight.
As the pace truck is in, and we are going green here. Flag is up, pedals are down, away we go. What a jump from the 11. And it's Matthews who gets a great jump on the inside, as well as the Plank machine falls back to third and maybe even to fourth now as Sider's looking to the inside in that 084 ride. Bardsley leads Matthews, and here comes Plank on the outside now trying to take that second position back. He will do so, and Bardsley leads lap 1.
Zach Bardsley gets alone out at the front, and it goes single file behind him now with Plank and Matthews. Blue and white's the right color scheme to be running in this race tonight because they've got the top 4 spots almost locked up. The Insider now holds on to fourth with Tyler Pachalski racing him for that spot. Isley passes Porter a little bit behind. He is running a catfish line, and there's a lot of movement in the mid-pack, but everybody seems to be getting their way pretty smooth, which is nice to see because we got 117 laps. There's plenty of time to try to make moves, and you can't end your race this early.
Plank falling back, Bardsley up front. Matthews under fire. Ooh. There's one car on the wall. That's the 084 of Sider. Sider in the wall, and that, I believe, should bring out the caution.
Dance.
Oh, it looks like he's going to get it going.
It's a single car incident, and I think he got it underway enough. Corby Daniels, something must have happened to the beef as well. So Sider, there is no yellow out on the track as we speak, and it is now coming out. So there's the yellow flag. And that was the first incident of the night and the first incident of the season. And talk us through it, Jonathan.
Well, you can see him entering on the high side here, and a lot of drivers are actually exploring that high side early in this one, which is something I didn't really expect. Seems to be all alone, and then, Matthews slides up, little bit of contact, and that just takes him right up into the wall. And just a little kiss, but bounces him off and spins him out. Green flag back in the air. Bardsley gets a great jump. Plank also there. Matthews trying another slide job. Not going to have the room to pull it off, and he might actually come under fire for that 4th spot as there's a challenge there. Now we also have a challenge for the lead as Plank cuts to the inside, trying to find a way around Bardsley on this lap, but Bardsley hangs on to lead another one.
Man, and the cut going on for Brandon Plank is just huge. Out of turn number 4, he was right down to the bottom of the inside wall. He's getting a pretty good run into the corners, but it's the middle where he slides through the slick stuff that things start falling apart for him. And now Tyler Pachalski's going to put a little bit of pressure on the 51 car. On the inside, he tries to stay low, and we are under yellow again.
Green flag back in the air, and another great jump by the 11 of Bardsley. Looking to the outside, Plank trying to find a way by, and look at the move from Pachalski. That got a little wild there, but he's actually going to drop back. It seems like through 1 and 2 especially, the bottom side is not working as well as it is through 3 and 4, as Bardsley will continue to lead, and now we've got Plank, and Isley has made his way up to the front as Isley now runs in the 3rd spot.
Well, it looks like Pachalski's not going to be getting any more momentum off the bottom side than he tried to get, and unfortunately for his sake, Matthews is going to try to get a big slider in here and feeds him a little bit of a right rear. Up and over into the fluff goes Pachalski to avoid it, and Jamie Porter's going to go 2 for 1 into turn 3.
Yeah, Porter really took advantage of that as he slides up in front, and now he'll come back under fire from the 9 and the 3 RS there. That is a tight battle for around, I'm going to say, 6th, 7th, 8th, if I have my numbers correct here. Maybe even 5th position, actually, excuse me. Matthews up to 5th inside the top 5. He is comfortably there now. Porter trying to battle with Pachalski as we've got another yellow out on the racetrack. Another incident early in this one as we're working lap 22. Well, you see DeRitter underneath in the 0-3. It looks like he's going to slide up, make contact, and that's just going to bounce Josh Ombowski up the racetrack. looks okay here, and then he'll bounce it off the front stretch wall on the outside, gets it sideways, and then from there it's on. The car just starts to tumble down the front stretch. Pretty wild action there, and a wild ride from Josh Szybowski. And oh, wow, right in front of more cars in the field. I think that was Giroux who got a piece of him. Liam Daniels narrowly misses him. Wow. That
Yeah,
could have been really bad. Another car, I think that's Cunningham. Travis looks like he got a piece of it, and somebody else gets a piece of Travis. Pace truck is making his way back into the infield, and the 11 on it again with another great restart. And Isley's going to make a challenge for second now underneath Plank as they work into 1 and 2. Around the outside, looks like Plank's going to be able to hold the position. Isley staying even with him, though. He has maybe the best run through 1 and 2 that we've seen in this race. And the big thing, too, is Isley's not making the slide job up in the middle of the corner. It's like his car is really rotating through the center of the corner as we see, Bardsley goes way up the racetrack, and now Plank's going to go for the lead down the back straightaway.
we have a pass for the race lead. Brandon Plank has made it back. Will Bardsley go crossover out of turn number 4? He's going to make an attempt at it.
It's been a bit of a curse to be running a small block tonight as we get a replay of this incident here. Looks like the field pretty spread out as they work down the back straightaway. And there you can see Sider on the bottom side. Looks like he's going to get maybe a little help from the rear end of the 97. Yep, there it is. There's a little bit of contact there. And that is going to turn Sider, Higbee involved. Of course, he's the one who tags him. And 2 other cars get a piece of that as well. Tough break for Liam Daniels, who gets involved. Racing now. Green flag is back out, and Plank gets away with a great jump. Seems like whoever is the leader really has been able to get the jump and drive off with the lead early on for the first lap.
Porter, Matthews, and Pachalski sliding through 3 and 4. They are 3 wide in and out of that set of turns, and they will stay that way into turn number 1. So the leader's all running to the top side of the racetrack, which is the dominant line right now. And now we're starting to see how dominant it is. Porter's kind of not able to hold his own, really, with Pachalski, Matthews, and that's Jeff Sharp in the 28 car behind him. They're making some good time up.
Yeah, the only driver I've really seen who I've liked what I've seen it from that bottom lane has been Isley, and even Isley's decided he's just going to ride in line, not push it too far. But Porter gets a good run that time, and another yellow. We're under yellow once again. We'll get a replay and see if we can sort this one out.
Yeah, so Higbee here going down the back straightaway, just involved in the crash before this one. And Josh Szybowski's behind him. Meitzler's in front of him. Cunningham, Sider. There's the beef on the inside. So they come through 4, and we will await what happens here as they come. Oh, actually, this is happening way out in front. Pat Reiser.
Yeah, they're already wrecking. It was Reiser and Meitzler that started this all off. They came together, and wow, one car goes for a wild ride. That's Higbee flipping up in the air. Was that 6, maybe 7 cars involved in this one? Plank got the jump last time. Bardsley's been great on the exit on the restarts here as we're back racing. And look at Isley go to the inside this time, making the move from the 3rd position, maybe challenging for 2nd here. Good run from the 11 of Bardsley, but nowhere to go as he's got a full bumper full of our leader Plank in front of him. 3 cars trying to break away from this field. Plank still leads. Bardsley up high, Isley down low. Pachalski and Davidson, your top 5. A lot of hungry drivers chasing who everybody, I guess the man that everybody knows is the class of the field and Plank. They don't want to let this guy get a win too early in the season. Green flag back in the air. Isley working the outside. Plank running the middle groove. Can't quite clear Isley. Isley's going to get a run around the outside through 1 and 2 and down into the backstretch. He's going to clear Plank. And look at Dylan Davidson making the move on the inside. Great racing as we are back under green, and we have a new leader. The contact there, I believe Davidson and Pachalski get together. Pachalski slammed into the wall. This could get real ugly. I think Beef got a piece of it. Wow, tight racing at the front of the field and throughout the pack.
I thought Beef was going to lose it. He did a great job of keeping control of that car. Unfortunately for him, he's going to lose a lot of time, but how about Gavin Isley back up into the race lead now as he will lead the number 77 on the timing scoreboard. The 51 behind him, Zach Bardsley, Dylan Davidson, Jamie Porter. And this is where I think Joe Matthews is going to slide up the racetrack. He's going to try to slide job. Pachalski, the contact's going to be here. Whoa.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice eyes, Jonathan. You caught that. And Oh, I can see why this is... Well, there's contact. There's a couple of them piling in. There's Berger sideways. And... Oh, Ryan Susi. Ooh. Yep, that's the yellow right there. Ryan Susi's backwards on the backstretch.
And you got to make the moves happen while you can. Green flag back in the air. Isley gets a great jump on Plank again. Better jump, though, from Plank this time. He actually hangs with Isley, and Isley gets a little more sideways than I think he'd wanted to through the center of that corner. Briefly opens the door for Plank. Plank's going to file back in line, maybe take a run through 3 and 4. Looking maybe a half lane lower as we work down. More cars stacking up at the back of the pack. More cars. That was a 4 or 5 car incident. They're still wrecking as they come down the front stretch. We are back racing again. Isley up at the front. Great jump on Plank. Once again, Plank not as close as that last restart. He'll have to regroup and really start to take a stab, and you can see him do that running down in the middle of the racetrack through 3 and 4. Isley's going to lead this lap as they're mostly single file at the front.
Ooh, and this is definitely the cause of the yellow here. Whoa, doggy. This is Joe Matthews. Now, wait. Now, he's going to do this twice.
Oh, and he gets Randy Giroux. Another 360 there.
You know what?
Oof.
You know what? I think I know what the cause of this is. If you can notice, those wheels are completely pitched left the whole time, and the car is 100% on the throttle. That is a steering wheel problem. That is a simulator steering issue, whether it's a connection or if his wheel just reset.
Green flag in the air, and Isley leads him. 3 wide, briefly. Down the back straightaway, looks like everybody's going to file in. Davidson working over Plank for... Oh, look at the move from Beagle down low there as well. As Isley is continuing to lead, they're 3 wide. Look at the big dog. Try to dig on the bottom side. Hasn't been able to make it stick down there, but he keeps getting some great looks as Davidson is working over Plank, and Porter is just riding there waiting to see who he can capitalize on. As we got a pass for the lead now. Look at Plank going for the inside of Isley.
Plank's going for Isley. Beagle's going for Davidson and Porter at the same time. Porter's going to try to hold on the outside. I think that's going to be able to let him stick it. Beagle's running the bottom. Oh, Bardsley crashed behind him. And yep, Reynolds and Reiser.
Now they're all piling in.
Oh, man. Slights backwards. Gives Gavin Isley an opportunity again to control a restart, and he does so into turn number 1.
Plank to the outside, to the extreme outside. Contact! The big dog into the back of Isley. That's going to stack up Miller. Everybody keeps it going, though. Wow. That was, give the field credit there as more cars are... Oh, now we got a caution. Bardsley goes for a wild ride. Bardsley and Matthews, I believe that is, that got a piece of him. We'll see when that car rolls back down on its side, but I think that's Matthews, right? I believe that was Joe Matthews piling in there.
Green's back out. And Plank controls it once again, but Porter's not going to give it up that easy.
Porter's going to have to deal with Isley to his inside, though, as Davidson under fire from Beagle. Good, racing at the front of the pack. A little bit of contact between our leaders. That got really close. If they touched it, was a glove tap. Oh, more contact as Porter bounces off Plank. Isley and Plank side by side for the lead into turn 1. Round the outside, it's Plank trying to take the advantage on the inside. Look down low. Isley going to nose ahead and clear Plank into 3 and 4. Plank comes back on the outside. Great race for the lead.
Isley trying to hold station. We got 6 laps left in this race, and they are right beside each other. Remember, there's $117 on the line for the winner here, and I don't want to take 75 for second right now. I'm Gavin Isley looking at the bottom, catfishing to Brandon Plank, who's kind of running the middle line. Porter's right there. Beagle holding a charge of the top line, and it's at least holding station for 4th place. They come through 1 and 2 again and kind of missed the bottom a little bit there for Isley, and that's going to give Plank a little bit of an edge.
5 laps to go into 3 and 4. Plank really trying to keep Isley pinched down. Isley got to be careful not to catch that inside wall. He's so low up coming off of Porter. 4 down into 1 and 2. Plank's going to nose ahead. Down the back straightaway now. Looks like Plank is going to clear Isley. Isley trying to find some daylight as they work underneath in 3 and 4. Well, Porter goes to the high side trying to make something happen to catch these top 2.
They bring us to the white flag. Here we go into turns 1 and 2. Porter all the way to the top of the racetrack, looking for a little bit of extra grip for that number 18 car. The 18 on the bottom, he follows Plank in. Porter sends it as hard as he can, and out of turn number 4, the first checkered flag of the season, and $117 to Brandon Plank. The Pete Cosco Memorial is going to go to car number 51 out on the track with a great run for 2 18 cars rounding out the podium.